How's it going, team? I'm Corey. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are going to be working on my personal site. This is it, the live version of it right now at beta.coreyja.com. And we're going to be working on this and getting it all ready to go so we can check out my live site over here. And so we're going to eventually try to move the content over and all of that. And so this is what we've got so far. So thanks for joining me. I'm Corey, and yeah, so this site is going to be in Rust, and we're going to do some Rust today, and get this started. This isn't super related, but as I was just getting started, I think I might cut out that stream starting intro that I usually play. We got a lot of people potentially from the notification at the beginning, but by the time the 5-minute the stream timer went away, we lost a few, so maybe it's worth rethinking that. Hey, Backward Spy, how is it going? Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. Oh, this is actually the project we were working on Sunday. So on Sunday, we were working on a project called Snake GPT for Battlesnake. And the idea is we're going to take that doc site and make it into like a chatbot where you can chat to the Battlesnake docs and get answers. So we're going to make a semantic search and use that to power a like chat GPT style bot. And so we'll do that Sunday again, though. That's not this stream. Oh, nice. Thanks for hanging out while you are, up late for yourself. I understand, just not feeling like going to bed though. So thanks for hanging out while it's late for you. Okay. Let me get my dev environment all set up here. I was not prepared today, team. Okay. Okay, so awesome. We were working on this I believe last Wednesday. And so let's take a look at our GitHub here. I think we left a little pull request for ourselves last time. So one thing that I really want to make sure of in the transition from my old site to this new one is that I don't create any dead links. I want all of the things all the links that worked on the old site to work on the new one. At least all of the blog post links. Some of the links like to the different tag pages I might not have anymore, so I'd be okay with those going away. I think I'd prefer if they all redirected somewhere, because that would be really nice. But if they don't, that would be okay. So on this branch, we have a new, let's actually take a look. I think I remember though. Yeah, okay, so we've already got mono repo style, where server is going to be the Rust code that actually powers the blog, and I already have just some other assorted other assorted directories. I don't think any of these are actual, none of these are actual Rust projects, they're just subdirectories. Except for this sitemap checker. This is what we wrote at the end of stream last Wednesday, and let's just run it. We go into sitemap checker and cargo run. And also, yeah, this is checking against the live beta domain. I think we could change that probably to hit our local test that we will have in a minute. But since these have the exact same URLs at the moment, might as well use this one. So yeah, here we go. This is hitting all of the tag URLs. These are the ones that I mentioned. I don't really care about too much. But once we hit these posts, these ones I do care about. So I'm going to need to either keep the same naming convention that was going on here, or at a minimum map these to their new ones. So yeah, I think we might start with looking at something about that today. So right now, the site as it is doesn't even have the blog posts. They're not here. So I think we will maybe copy some of them over, and then we will see what we want to do from there. I paused there when I said copy them over because I'm actually remembering that my blog posts live in two places right now. Some of them live next to the code in my current Gatsby blog, and some of them live in a completely separate repo. And I'm not sure what I want to do about that. I think it makes the most sense to me if I put everything in one repo. I like mono repo style. I don't really think I need different repos. And in the past, one reason, well, I think the reason I created a separate repo for my blog posts at one point is because I wanted the code to be MIT'd, licensed, and I wanted the blog posts to not be MIT'd. I wanted those to be copyright. I wanted to have a copyright on those, or I wanted to retain the license and copyright on those. But like that's not a hard requirement. There's nothing that says a GitHub repo has to be completely licensed the same thing. It is a public repo though, which is like I'm not worried about sharing the posts, right? I'm about to publish them on my blog. And I guess I don't even know, like a license doesn't get rid of copyright. Like I still have copyright, and this still even says that you need to display a copyright notice. So maybe I don't care that much if my blog posts are MIT or Apache 2. Like I guess someone that could like just take them and charge money for them. But like I don't really know if I'm that worried about it. I could also just make a new folder and say that this folder is not Apache 2. Like I think that's a thing that I'm totally allowed to do. And I wonder if I can like, let's just Google this a little bit. GitHub repo multiple licenses. Or like for subdirectories. I've been looking at the licensing a bit more for Cat Puchin too. Yeah, it's always an interesting topic, right? What have you been? Just MIT'd everything with a couple exceptions. Yeah, that's my default. I've actually been switching a little bit to Apache 2, not for any specific reason, just sounded something to do recently. But Apache 2 or MIT is usually my default. But I don't like, yeah, I don't know. It's just something to think about. Like I don't know if there's necessarily a better answer. And this is just the GitHub page is not very helpful. Reading about reuse. Ooh, okay, let's check that out. Slight tangent, but love those for streams. Software easy for humans and machines alike. I like that. Ooh, add copyright and licensing information to each file. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it actually might be more worth a look. It might be less of a tangent than I thought. This actually looks like potentially like helpful, right? If it's like per file, and lets you do things like that, that actually could be really interesting. Oh, I like this. Okay, let's see. Oh, this was started by the Free Software Foundation of Europe. Interesting. Cool, cool. Awesome. Okay, so let's say we have this. The main branch is the result. Okay, cool. So they're like, you choose a license. You need to indicate the relevant files that they fall under. So you add a comment to each file. And some files you can't, so you add a .license file next to. That's pretty reasonable. And then some things are build artifacts. Just use git ignore to ignore them, and okay, cool. Configuration files. Yep. If you do not exercise any copyright over these files, you can CC0 them. Okay, cool. So like the idea is every file is gonna have something. And it just like maybe the something is just I give up all copyrights, CC0, or maybe it's something else. Okay, I like this. Where's the tools? It said there was a tools section somewhere. I think I'm ready for it. It does add some overhead, but there are linter tools that you can check your repo for compliance and help you forget a license in a file properly. Yeah, I'm down for that. And like, you know, it's just gonna be me in this repo for the moment. So like if I want to add some complexity, it's at the moment at least just gonna be me that's gonna suffer. So you know, maybe not awful. And then like, actually, I guess one thing I'm curious about is like, what do they tell me to do for find the identifier, download the license, and put it in a licenses directory? Okay. that's fine. Like, are they gonna tell me about a license file? Probably not, and then I guess GitHub's just not gonna pick up a top level one, but that's fine. Like, I don't need it to know that my whole blog's like MIT in their metadata. Like, bull crap, that's fine. Okay, cool. Wait, I just want to say about what is a copyright holder, what is an author? That's not helpful to me. Cool, okay. Yeah, how do I get the tool? Can I just brew install tool? I'm gonna hope I can just brew install tool. Brew install reuse. Let's see. Nope, not that one. We haven't decided if we're going to use reuse yet, but we did decide that if we did it, we would still keep the top level license so that GitHub can display it nicely. It doesn't really hurt to have it there. Yeah, that's fair. I guess the only question I was having about the top level license file is like, I guess like what license would I pick, right? Because I'm imagining that I have MIT licensed code, and then I have like, well, and I don't know if this is going to be, and actually that's an interesting question. This is all about picking licenses that like exist in their system. Do they have non-free licenses? Like, can I pick a license that is like just I retain full copyright of? Yes, let's look at their list. But I guess my question of not hurting to have it there is I wasn't sure which one to put there, right? Like, would I put my all rights reserved there, or would you put the MIT as that one? Or like you say, does it just not really matter? And all of these are going to be like, I doubt I'm going to find a all rights reserved one of these, because that's just not the point of this thing. But maybe there's a Creative Commons, like maybe there's a Creative Commons that I could get behind, right? I bet there is. I bet there's a Creative Commons that I can get behind. But also, like, this is unfortunately the kind of stuff that like I never can get out of my head once I start. But like it is something that's like moderately important, right? It's not important. Creative Commons attribution. Yeah, what if I just look at the different Creative Commonses? Maybe there's just something that I could be happy to put everything under a Creative Commons, like non-commercial license or something. Or this, well, no, I want to start putting blog posts here. Like, I think that's a good step for today. I was gonna say, I thought that was the same one. Yeah, we're just gonna talk about licenses for a bit. Allow adaptations of your work to be shared. Yeah, this is gonna ask me questions that I'm... Oh, custom licenses. They just accept custom licenses in reuse. That is nifty, because then I don't have to necessarily pick. Okay, I like the idea of reuse, and I think I want to try reuse because it sounds like a fun tool to use, right? I haven't done too much like licensing like this. I think this is a fun reason for it. Like I have a reason, right? I want to do 2 different licenses in this repo. So let's give it a shot. And I can do the custom, or I can just pick a relatively restrictive CC. And yeah. It also is just interesting, just chatting, that like I have very different thoughts of code versus text, and I don't know why, and I'm not really sure they're even super reasonable, right? Like, why am I so okay with MITing my code, but for some reason I'm slightly unwilling to do that with my blog posts? And I think it's because for some reason I think that I could or would want to like monetize, like license the blog post, but like I don't think that's a real thing. The more I say that out loud, like I don't really know if that's a real concern, and I don't really think I have a concern of someone like snooping my blog and republishing it paid, because like it's free right now. Who's gonna choose their paid version over my free one? Or if they did, I hope they organized it better, or there's a reason to do it. So yeah, I just skimmed through these. I was just curious if any of them made sense to me. And I kind of almost just convinced myself in this last paragraph that, in not last paragraph, in this last little spiel, that like maybe I just don't care. I'm gonna put the things on my blog for free. That's gonna be the point. Maybe I just don't care. Especially with attribution. Like I think this even has attribution in it, right? Does it actually? No, it's licensing copyright notice. I guess the copyright notice is attribution, right? Because like, yeah, attribution notice. Yeah, cool. That's fine. I think that's all I care about. I think I'm deciding that I would be okay with Apache 2ing all of the words because no reason not to. If I like didn't want them to be public, I wouldn't put them on my blog, I think is what I'm deciding. Cool. I think there's a separate question of that I'm not gonna worry about of whether an Apache 2 license like makes that much sense for non-code. It's definitely written for code, not for prose. But that's not a question that I think I need to think about right now. So I'm not gonna. Okay, I never figured out. Oh wait, did I decide that I needed the reuse tool? Or did I change my mind completely and decide I'm just gonna not deal with licensing today in that way? I do want to learn the tool. It looks like a fun tool. And I like thinking about, well, you know, like might be a strong word for thinking about licenses, but I enjoy thinking about them. So I think we'll come back to it in the future. But I'm not 100% sure that I do want to do it here. But let's bookmark this. I really enjoyed this. Drag you up here. Ooh, I got a hooray for licenses. I like that. Hooray for licenses. I don't think I've seen the bits before. That's fun. Thank you, Backward Spy. I always appreciate it. It's just so spinning now. Okay, awesome. Hooray for licenses. We've decided that we like the Apache 2. We're good with it. We're at a minimum. We're indifferent about it. And I think that's okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's just open a new one of these. We're gonna go check out what the old blog looks like and see if we want to just copy things over. See what we're gonna do. I think all of these posts are written in like just pure Markdown. I don't think I did any like with like JavaScript baked into it kind of stuff. I think they're all just straight Markdown, which will be nice. It'll make this easier because we don't have JavaScript in our Rust. Okay, so that's the source. Where's the content? Blog. Yeah, okay. This whole directory. Can I just take the entire directory? Probably. So copy from... let's go outside of this. Outside of this. Copy from one directory out, the blog, and then it's a content blog. Copy that whole thing just to here. I always forget. Not specified omitting directory. Yeah, you're allowed to copy the directory. Did that do what I wanted? Yay! Okay, awesome. Not LD. Okay, here we go. We have the most of the blog here. And then this is the other thing that I was mentioning. Actually, I don't really need this. It's like I opened it, but I don't need it. We just have this thing copied here. The other place we have content is... Nope, it's outside of... I do this to myself. I just like put things in like, not unorganized places, but just different places. This is in writing. It's not a project. It was writing. Blog posts, but we're gonna collapse it down. We're gonna stop doing this put folders in different places thing, and we're gonna mono repo everything in the coreyja.com repo. What is this though? This has drafts and published. Is there anything drafts? Oh yeah, I had a draft about creating 2 repos for Gatsby. I don't think that made it very far. And then in published, we have a few. Battlesnake Minmax, DigitalOcean versus Roku, Battlesnake again, Book Club, and .biles get in home dir. Okay, so let's just copy all of those over. Blog posts, published, star, recurse. Oh, let's do that to blog, and then recursive. Okay. Did that just do what I needed it to do? Oh, this is on test for old sitemap. Well, I think I actually want to just merge that to main and just go off main, because test for old sitemap didn't, it like is a completely new thing. It's not, like it even has a diff really, right? It should just be new files. The diff is just in the lock file. Yeah, awesome. Ooh, I love these lints here. I forgot I got these. I haven't been doing enough PRs to get all of these clippy lints in my PRs. Love that. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I think I might need to, like, I think this is gonna get me to use GitHub Actions for more things. It's nice. I'm a fan. Okay, but we got all the blog here. I was getting distracted. We're done talking about licenses for the moment. Okay, we have the blog. And I think that's just looking good to go. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. I don't actually know what you're referring to being nice. Oh yeah, I bet you're referring to these things that I just talked about and then lost and then totally forgot about them. Yeah, they're really nice. It's just so much better than not having them, I guess, right? And I guess my favorite part is I didn't do anything, right? This isn't even like I used a special plugin in the check or anything. I'm pretty sure it's just getting this from the terminal output, which is like really cool. If I like expand the terminal output, you'll see that it like found the warning lines, and like I'm pretty sure it's just pulling that data from here, which is really cool. It's really cool. Yeah, so I've been using CircleCI historically for lots of my CI stuff, but I think I might be moving to GitHub Actions more. I'm liking it a lot. Okay, so let's make a commit for adding all the blog content. Add all the blog content just in a new dir unused. I know, right? That it's a pretty compelling reason for Rust, at least. I actually do think I've seen it in probably some JavaScript, TypeScript stuff, as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I have. But it definitely is for Rust, and I'm gonna use that as one more excuse to do Rust for everything in this project. I'm still not sure that I think that's a good idea, but it's definitely what we're gonna do. That was nonsense. Check out main, and then merge the branch I was just on, and just push it. We're just gonna go right ahead and just push to main here. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, Python I don't do much, so I definitely can't speak to that, but it would be really nice. I guess, though, I should see if it would do it for some of my Ruby stuff at work. That as well might be enough of a reason for me to switch up to GitHub Actions. Well, I don't know. It's much easier to switch personal stuff than work stuff. Just more things to move at work than there is in my personal stuff. And I would be the one doing it, of course, so it's just creating work for myself. Okay, what happened here? Oh, we did a rebase because something came in under our feeds. Oh, okay, so I have this thing that's every hour in GitHub Actions. Oh my gosh, wow. So every hour or two, I think it's every hour, it takes a screenshot of the page and it commits it to this screenshots repo. And apparently it's been having quite a lot of activity recently. And every few hours it's updating the screenshot. I did take a look at one point, and I think it's that it's either the font is or isn't loading. And so we either get the old font or the new font, depending on like which version we end up on when we take the screenshot. But that's annoying, so maybe we'll see if we can fix that quick. Yeah, this will be easy. But let's not get distracted. What were we doing? Oh, we were just pulling in the blog post. This is the perfect time to get distracted. Okay, so we are using something called screen shot. Nope, because that's just the name of the thing. Would be nice if I could remember what it's called. It's called, this is the file it's gonna read. But of course, oh, not circle CI, that's the other stuff. We want shots. What's it called? Shot scraper. That's what it's called. So it just helps you take screenshots. And you can like give it this YAML file like we're doing, and it'll just take a bunch of screenshots and save them. And I'm looking for I can have it be selectors to capture just specific things. That's cool. Not what I'm looking for. I want like timeout. Well, I'm not sure it's that. It's wait. I just want this wait thing. Tell them all to like wait a second or two just to do it. Like it doesn't really matter to me how fast these generate, so let's have it. No, let's wait a second. 2 seconds is too long, right? Like actually no, let's do ooh, now I get a pick on like what a acceptable wait time is. Okay, we're doing 750. I actually I wonder, like this is gonna be interesting, right? Because now I want to make sure that my site can render fully in its final form with any fonts or whatever in whatever milliseconds I do for these screenshots. So we're gonna try it with 750 and see how it goes. What is the actual command to run this? I think I can just run it locally. We'll just run this. There we go. Is there a diff on them? There is a diff on them. That might mean we're on the old versions, but it also just means I need to optimize them. Forgot about that. Let's see if this is gonna have a diff or not. Yep, does look like this is the version without the font, so we're about to get the font again. At least I hope. I hope 750 was enough to get the font. I don't know. Wait, 750 milliseconds before taking screenshot. Oh. And I think this is because the font is specifically set with the like flippy thingy. Like there's a CSS property that tells it to use the old font until the new one's ready and stuff like that. And I believe we just have that set. Which I don't like mind for real visitors, but for the screenshot, like I kind of want it to not be that. Okay. Cool. So we took some detours, but we are good to keep rocking and rolling here. So we should be awesome. There should be some actions running here now. I kind of thought I just basically merged this by merging its commit in. I thought GitHub would figure that out. It didn't, and I don't know why. Did I not push it? No, I definitely did. Yeah. Huh. Not sure why that didn't get closed on its own. That one's interesting. Is it the same? Ah, it's a different commit. I must have cherry picked it over. Or something. Wait, is it actually on main then? Yeah, it is. Yeah. 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 Perfect. Runs great. Cool. Oh, wait, let's try. Wait a sec. There's no way, but wouldn't that be cool? So wait a sec. Where was there an issue here? On like in DB findable. Perfect. Server source DB findable. Ah, would have been too cool. Would have been really cool if they took the run from the main branch and like put it in here, because that would be really cool. You can have a cursor in here now because you can highlight different things over here. Okay, GitHub. I like that. Nice. Okay, that's fun. I also like forgot that I had all of this. It's fun to find all the code that I kind of forgot about. Okay, Um, let's get back to this though. So in my sitemap here that I think I just have here. Oh no, it just hits the sitemap live. Perfect. Even better. Let's just pull up the sitemap then. So I think the sitemap doesn't, it has all the tags. It has all the tags. All the tags in the world. Most of these are tags. And then it just gets to the specific posts. And then it has years. And then it has the homepage and resume. And that's it. So really the only, like, there's not many URLs I need to preserve here. It's just all of the post ones. So if I can just do basically anything that renders these posts in the same spot, we will be like 90% of the way done. Remove hello world from this. It just didn't need to be there. Just remove hello world. Just that's it. That's all. Okay. that was a little too enthusiastic for Bobby, the cat on my desk. He got scared. Okay, so right now we are reading. Well, okay. Right now the server binary is it's like a binary that contains everything. So like it has all the assets built in. It has all the content built in. Like we can just pass around just the executable. I kind of want to keep that the same because I like it, but it's also definitely not strictly necessary. Like right now I'm only copying the server over, but like if I need to move over my blog post files as well, I can, but I'd kind of like to not. So like Rust include directory of files build time. Like I can do this with a build.rs file I was just thinking about, but I don't want to. What does include dir do? So this is a crate. Awesome. When invoking include dir macro, okay, so you have to use like the cargo manifest dir and like concat and stuff. That's fine. So what does project dir give you? So it gives me a static directory. And then I can enable the glob feature and go over them. That's pretty cool. I think this is exactly what I was looking for. While it executes rather quickly, it expands to a fairly large amount of code. All your files are essentially embedded as Rust byte strings, and this may have a flow-on effect on the build process. In particular, including a large number of files or files that are particularly big may cause the compiler to use larger amounts of RAM or spend a long time. Yep, okay. As one data point, this creates target directory contained 620 files with a total of 64 megabytes with a build taking 1.5 seconds. Using include directory target, increase the compile time to 5 seconds and use that much RAM, generating that big binary. Okay, that's what I would have expected it to do though. So nothing too exciting there. I'm gonna take just 1 second to run and blow my nose, but I'll be right back, team. Okay, I'm back. I probably didn't need my quick break screen, but now you get to see the fun transitions. Okay, so include directory is exactly what I want. It's gonna make compile time slower, and it's gonna make everything slightly more painful in like the dev process. But that's like kind of okay in the fact that that's what I've been doing for everything, right? It's It's definitely in line with what we've been doing of shoving things down into the build process. And maybe we're gonna have to figure out how to make that, you know, what can we do to make that better later. But for now, we're just gonna keep rolling with it. So yeah, let's CD into our server and cargo add, include dir. Oh, and do we want glob? We probably want glob. And metadata. I like metadata. There were some things about like deterministic builds and stuff for not enabling metadata by default, but I don't think I care. Okay. Oh, site. I don't need that main. So now I think I'm ready to like start doing something about the blog here. So HTTP server is where the actual like HTTP server stuff lives. So I think I'm gonna want a how do I want to do this? So I actually kind of don't like the URL structure of my current site. I don't love that everything's at the top level, where this is just coreyja / this. I'd rather this be like under posts. So I'd rather this be coreyja.com/posts/postslug. And I think I want to migrate to that. That does mean these are going to all have to be redirects, and like, it's fine. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Yep. We're gonna do that. Okay, so let's just set up the new stuff, and now that we have that test for that, like, we're not gonna forget it, we can handle that later. So let's add a new route for posts / and like this is actually, I wonder if I actually want a star here or something. So let's look at some routing. We're gonna have to pull open some docs here. Some routing. Okay, so there's static paths, there's captures, and then there's wildcards. Paths can end in key, which matches all segments and will store the segments captured at key. Perfect. Oops. So we just want that post key. I don't think I accidentally typed anything else there, did I? No, we're good. Okay. And then this is posts, post get. That's actually pretty fine. That doesn't exist yet, but that's okay. Is this just, oh yeah, this is just a mess. Love it. Mod, do I want to, actually I think I want it to be blog. Didn't I make that? No, it did. Okay, cool. Blog. Then this is post get, yeah. Oh, it's fine. No. Just this file. There we go. A public function. Post get. And it just goes to a markup or something. HTML bang. Hello, yeah, perfect. Just a hello world page at the moment. We're gonna need to import markup, and we're gonna need to import HTML. Awesome. This needs to be async. Async. Oh, it's pub async. The public async function. Okay, backward spy. Thank you for staying up with me, and definitely get some rest. Have a good night. I will talk to you here soon. Thanks for hanging out. Public async function. There we go. That was the right incantation of letters. Okay. See ya, backward spy. Okay, let's cargo run our server here. And, oh, actually, let's add a little more to this because that's not quite exciting yet. Oh, yeah, let's add a little more to this. How do we get these keys out? Wildcard captures can be extracted using path. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I do path of what, actually? Okay, it doesn't tell me there. Thank you. Wild card. Do. Nested routes are similar to wildcards. The difference is that wildcard routes will still see the whole URI, whereas nested routes will have the prefix stripped. Okay, that makes sense. But it doesn't really tell me how to extract it at all. It's like you can do it. I don't know. I don't really feel like telling you how though. Like I guess I just get a string back? I'm just a little worried that I don't get a string back. Path of key equals a path of string. Oh, okay. Just didn't get my syntax right for Maud. Oh, I still didn't get my syntax right for Maud. That one I felt like was right. Expected pre-escaped string found empty. Oh. Okay, so that just doesn't do what I wanted it to, right? Okay, I don't know what was going on there with the last thing then. That felt like it should work. No, let's just do it in a browser. Okay, browser. Localhost 3000? Yeah. /posts 404. /posts/. Yeah, there we go. Okay, awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay, awesome. Okay, so now I have a route for each of these. So if I can, now it's just like if I find the post by ID, render it. If not, don't, then 404. Okay. So like in blog, we just have like, let's figure out, let's copy from include directory. We're gonna do something like this. Like blog directory. Yep, it can be that and that. Yep. Nope. Yeah, include directory. Oh. Include dir doesn't want to help me with that. That's annoying. Include dir. There we go. Okay, so we have this blog directory. It's never used. That's okay. So I can do, well, I probably don't even need something like that, right? Well, actually, one sec. Is this still up? Yes. Okay. Not the beta. This one, does it accept slashes? Art. -2. Yep. Awesome. Just as a string. Love that. Okay. So can I just do blogger dot get file? Oh yeah, get file. Yeah. Get file at key. Wow. Okay. Yep. So that file is an option of a reference to a file. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay. If let none, so it's just if file dot is none, return let file is file unwrap. Oh, that'll work, but that's not the right age. Like, I want to return a 404 status code, not just markup, but we can figure that out. And then this is just let contents equal, yeah, just get the contents out of this thing and just render it. Oh, I have a proc file. Let's open a new one of these. cd to projects. Overmind s. Overmind sock and try again. Awesome. Okay, task spawned. 404, cool. Okay. Okay, so this is actually just like the folder. So like if I just were to do Battlesnake in 2023, Battlesnake in 2023 MD, can I just do like relative? And get rid of the blog. It's like that. Okay. Neither of those matched, and I'm kind of surprised. I kind of expected that to match. So can I just do something like for file and yep. Yes, I guess I can. Oh, because I just did cargo manifester. I didn't do the right thing. Oh, and it was my manifester. That one? Do I want that? Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, and I didn't need to close over my desk. At least I shouldn't need to close over my desk. That's the point. Oh no. Gonna have to ban you, iced cold lion. We don't like spammy things over here. Okay, there we go. Back up and running. Unfortunate, but like, you know, it's what we gotta do. Like, this is there. Cargo manifest directory. When we just did that, that was at least do it, like, it did something here. Build DARS GB. Okay, so that's the SQLX data. Yeah, that's got to be here. Yep. Yep. So it's in server. So I want to go outside of server. And then I want to go to blog. Okay, it's broken. Okay, it just wasn't running yet. Working. But it doesn't print out anything. Super interesting. Is it like, does it think it's empty? Oh. Everything's in a subdirectory. And this might not do that. I feel like it might not be working for subdirectories, but that doesn't make sense. Huh. Interesting. Get file. Yep. Huh. So it's interesting to me that I don't see a way. Well, like it should just work. So I could go one level down, right? So okay, let's do this. Rename it. That's fine. There we go. So if I do that, okay. And now if I were to get rid of the all of these things, that would work. Okay. Cool. I don't know why this doesn't work though. Well, that's fine. So I can't reached is fine. Oh, it does work. Okay. Did I just get something wrong? Oh, I had the blog in there at one point. Okay. Things that like, oh, okay, we're gonna have to do markdown parsing. This is gonna be a fun time, team. But we can do it. We've got the file. Okay. Let's make a branch for this. Blog MVP. It's not even like a MVP, like it's not viable. It's just like an MP. We'll call it an MVP though, because I'll forget what MP was supposed to mean next week. Okay, so blog MVP. We're gonna need some Rust markdown parser. Yep. We're just gonna need one. And I forget to do this all the time. This is my favorite way for actually finding new Rust crates. I like lib.rs way better than like for finding things. Okay, so markdown has 31K and it almost has a 1.0. I don't want books. This is the other one I looked at. It has less though. 100% compliant. Less people using it. I don't want renderer for the terminal. Test your Rust markdown documentation via cargo. Don't think that's what I want. Okay, it looks... Ooh, this one's not bad either though. That one's got more than I expected it to. One of these ones likely. If you're looking for a markdown parser, this is probably not the one for you. Okay, deal. Markdown it is. This is a new crate that reuses an old name. The old crate 3.0 or lower has a bunch of problems. Make sure you use the new crate currently in alpha at 1.0 alpha 7. Okay, deal. It does do a lot of things and it's 100% compliant. Okay, yeah, no, I do like it. We are going to use it. Get include dir working. Okay. Okay, so we've got this. That's what I wanted to do. Cargo add markdown version. That one. Dang, thought that was gonna work. Oh, it's at cool. Didn't you just literally tell me to do that? Markdown RS? I don't think it's... Is it called that? No, it's just Markdown. Oh, that's funny. That the micro mark one I was just looking at is a sister project to it. When he uses, if you just want to turn Markdown into XML, if you want to do really complex things with Markdown. Oh, sibling project in JavaScript. Okay, that's totally fine. I just didn't realize that. Okay, I don't know why this didn't just work to do. Yeah, why did that work? Oh, it wasn't telling. I can't read my errors. What it was telling me was that it didn't know where to put them, not that it didn't know how to do this. Do I want JSON? It feels like I want JSON. Why would I? What does JSON do for me? Oh, not that version. This version. Feature flags. It doesn't really tell me. It just it's like, yeah, there is that feature flag. Okay, I guess I'll leave it for now then. Cool. Okay, so now here I should be able to somehow use this to render a thing, right? To HTML. Oh, to HTML is just a string. Just takes a string. Okay. That's pretty cool. Overmind S. Overmind S. There we go. Okay. I had a fidget toy in my hand, so I couldn't get to my mouse. Okay. That works, except I need to tell it that it's pre-escaped. Pre-escaped. Reason for this is so that it'll actually render as HTML instead of not rendering as HTML. And HTML. That, you know, that actually worked great, right? Obviously I'm going to want to style things. I'm not going to want to go straight to HTML. I'm going to want to go to some AST, and then I'm going to want to transform that. But honestly, this was pretty dope. That's like a lot of the way there. Cool. So this lets you do with options, but I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to do into a syntax tree. So I'm going to do two MD AST. Ah, got it. Never errors with normal markdown because markdown does not have syntax errors, so feel free to unwrap. However, MDX does have syntax errors. When MDX is turned on, there are several errors that can occur with how JSX expressions and ESM are written. Oh, okay, cool. One, it's pretty cool that it supports MDX. Because I don't need that right now, but that's pretty cool. I actually want to know what all the options are though now, because now I'm curious. What parse options do we have? We got all kinds. Okay, wow. Okay, so like all kinds of options for like anything I want. Love it. Okay, so let's just do to an AST. Markdown AST. Oh, I need options this time. That's fun. Default. Unwrap. Oh, does it not implement default? That's sad. Oh, continue borrowing it. No, it does. It does. Aha! If we just want to debug out that AST, it's not going to be pretty, but I think it'll work. That's an AST. It has a root, it has some children. Thematic break. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily looks like it breaks down. It breaks it down to an AST, which is reasonable. That's exactly what it told me it was gonna do. But I don't really want an AST, right? I want like a something else. Markdown syntax tree, abstract syntax tree, yeah. But it also could be the case that one of these like parse option constructs I need to turn a different way or something. Use the common default trait to get common mark. Okay, yeah. Is there like a header or like is there like a header information or something? Front matter. Yeah. Okay, so let's maybe let mutable options equals default, and then yep, pass options down. Options dot constructs dot front matter. Parse options. Cool. Oh, it's already building. Dang it. I forgot about auto refresh there. Okay. Now does it parse better? Yes. The first thing is just YAML that has stuff. Wait, it just has a YAML child? Wait, does it just not parse the YAML? It just knows it's YAML and then it's my job to parse it afterwards? Because that's totally fine. It's just kind of funny to me. Root. Where's the YAML? I saw a YAML. Yeah, man, YAML. Yep, looks like it's just you just got a string. It's fine. Yeah, I love this. This is so nice. I get like the full, like it's gonna be, it means I'm gonna have to write a bit of stuff potentially, but it's pretty nice. So like I want to get the metadata from it. So I think I want to make like a struct called blog post that has a path, which is a string. Yep. And so let's import some stuff on this blog post. Yeah, new like so from path, I think maybe, because it's not just gonna return it, it's gonna option, like we might not have it. That's gonna be the file is none case. I don't need that at all. Something like this. So we try to get the file from the path. Oh wait, well, a reference to static file? Can I do that? Oh, yeah. So like just name that lifetime? data references the pointer is valid for the static lifetime. So like maybe I want that. We can try that, right? I'm not sure it's gonna work. Oh, and that's not that. That's like the file. No, let's make it this. This was easier. Like better, maybe not, but easier for sure. Blog post. I guess it could be a blog post path, right? No, but I guess this would then, if we're doing it this way, this would just be a new, because it would just construct it. Yeah, okay. Oops. Fine. Info blog post path. New. Yep. Public function file is, yep. There we go. I think this doesn't need to be that. It can just reference it. Yep, okay, so that this can return a file. What is this file? It's just a reference to a file. And I guess maybe I want then a public function to markdown. That yeah, an option of markdown, sure. And like it's gonna be like post markdown. It's not just gonna be oh, it is a markdown, yeah, that's fine. Post markdown. Post markdown. I just made this. And yeah, like it should have some of those things, maybe all of those things. Content no. It's gonna be whatever whatever we get out of a root. Yeah, it's gonna be a root. Yeah, we're gonna get one of those out. And a title and a date, I've decided. Okay, cool. Okay, so we get the file, we get the contents. All posts are UTF-8. I expect that to be true. We get the options. We want the front matter parsed. We're gonna grab the AST. Let metadata equals that front matter doesn't exist there because that's just not how that works. Yes. Okay. So then let's let like a root of children. Oh wait, is it children? Yeah, it is children. Children be of that. I don't actually know what it is. Equals AST fill struct fields. Okay, so it just keeps going around. That's funny. This is a node. This is a root. Try wrapping it in node root. Yeah, node root. That then wraps the root. how does this let, what happens if this let doesn't work? So what if it's not a root node? Yeah, what do you do when it's just not that? Children is a node list. Root. Oh wait, no, it's just, it isn't. It's just a vec of nodes. Okay. So I guess I probably can't. Can I decompose this more? Like no. I just I don't know what you wanted here. Yeah. Okay. Would have been really cool if this was a thing I could do. Pattern can't match with input type. Yeah. Okay. Let front matter equals AST let root equals no. AST is a root. Wait, look, so what can I do to this? Okay, I can call children on it. That makes sense. Okay. Children dot expect root node should have children. Let front matter equals oh no, this is the root. Children children dot get 0. No, this just if you don't, oh wait, no, yeah, we're gonna say we're gonna expect at the moment. Everything should have front matter. You're gonna blow up if you don't. And then that's a node. Let front matter equals let node YAML of front matter YAML front matter. Yep. Okay, so then let YAML equals front matter. Okay, so from a node there was a YAML. YAMLs have a value. Does it have a value that's public? Does it have a value? Can I just get it out of you? Yep. Okay, so now I need something that parses YAML. Rust parse YAML. Can I? Oh, YAML. Serda YAML, right? I've never tried Serda YAML, but I assume there's a Serda YAML. Yeah. Perfect. Cargo.toml. Yeah, I probably already have Serda in here. Doop. Serda YAML we'll add though. That'll be our new one. Okay. Okay, so but then how do I oh now I need to like rock front matter. And then what do we got? We got like a title and a date. Is there more? I don't know. Title, author, date, tags, color, description. It's fine. Title and data work for me for the moment. Okay, let metadata equals front matter. ToString. What about the opposite way? This. YAML. Change what I would expect. Should be valid YAML. Metadata. This is returning an option of post markdown. Okay. Post markdown of metadata dot. Wow, meta data dot title. There we go. Metadata dot date. And this last one is AST. This takes a reference. Mismatched expected root found node. Yes. Fair. But now there's no children here. That's funny. Oh, cool. Doesn't need the method. Ooh, and now there's... Ooh, much better. No expecting that. Cool. Okay. What are you, YAML? You're a string... Wait, so why didn't that work? Oh. Derive, deserialize. Import. Let's also throw serialize on there. Debug. Clone. Partial equals. Okay. Oh. Oh. There we go. Still a compile error. Oh. Okay. Refutable pattern. Oh, cool. You might want to use let else. Oh, cool. Else. Return none. No, this is like a panic. Should be a root node. Cool. Else panic should have a YAML front matter, and then borrowed data escapes outside of method self. What? Self is a reference that is only valid in the method body. Let's call the lifetime of this method 1. File escapes the method body here. Argument requires that 1 must outlive static. Because this has a reference in it, I think. That does make sense. That this would have that, but I don't actually think it makes the most sense to me that this would... Oh, this is contents here. is that. Okay, so can I clone the contents? Yeah, no, no. Self.file, yeah, but that just does this. Oh, cool. That method was, oh no, now it's broken here. Oh. Cool. Cool. Okay. So now I need to use this though. So let markdown equals blog post path do markdown on wrap. Uh, so it's like just get rid of all almost well, get rid of all that. Not unwrap though. It's this. Um, let some markdown equals this. Else return. Yeah. Okay, so now we have markdown, and so what do I want to do with that? Um, let can I just get the title out of this? Can I just do markdown.title? Yeah, I can. Okay. Perfect. Battle's like in 2023. It still knows its title. And I think I can do the same with date here. Nice. Okay. So now I though still need to get the HTML, and the only problem is that like I just need to figure out how to do that. The not problem, but the reason it's not trivial is because now I have the AST, and I need to figure out how to format that HTML. So basically, I just want to know what this does. Never errors with normal markdown because it doesn't. Yeah, okay, got that. So can I go from markdown this just to like to HTML? So that's just a thing. Debug format. Yeah, okay. So it does seem like it's not going to be there. This is definitely just going to call to HTML with options though, right? Yep. So there's a to HTML module. Oh, that's in this module. No, wait. But is there just a module that like I just don't have access to? Is that the problem? Yeah. Two HTML with options returns a result of two strings. Okay, I think it's just because of the errors from that. Okay, yeah, because this is MD. Yeah, okay. So the compile method of MDS. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is a standard format. That is nifty. I'm just trying to figure out like where it's like, I guess I just want like the actual code. I'm just trying to figure out where like the two HTML stuff's defined so that I can understand it. Two HTML. Compile context. Okay. Yeah, so a compile context is moderately useful. What I want to do is both be able to parse it so that I get the front matter out, but then I also kind of just... No, I guess I decided I didn't want to take their to HTML. I did decide I wanted to walk the AST myself. Yeah, I did make that decision, didn't I? I did say, and by decision I said out loud on stream. But I think I'm gonna want to. I'm not sure what I want to do right now, because I don't really feel like making a markdown to HTML walkie parsey thingy right now. I also don't know how much I think the AST is just gonna map to HTML. I hope so, but I guess now I'm not sure about that. I guess I could have looked at this here though. It exposes and a few other things. Got it. Yep. Oh, yeah, that actually wasn't as helpful as I thought. Okay. Do. Yeah, so it really doesn't expose that many things. Oh, that's the cheat sheet and tutorial for that, which is great, but not what I was looking for. Let's check out their examples if they've got them. They do, but not a ton. Support some extensions, do this. Yep. Access syntax tree and support extensions. Yeah, okay, so I guess I'm just gonna have to do it from the syntax tree here. Which is like fine enough. Yeah, see, so I do like at least some of these. Like, I like front matter. I have that enabled right now. Okay, but like, let's see. I don't know if that I want to do anything different there. Like maybe this should just be two things. This should have content and this should also have HTML, which is a string. Or like, you know, it can be a markup. Because I think this just wants some HTML. To HTML. I'm gonna just like pass a thing. What do I want to pass? Can I just pass this? Like, I doubt it, but wouldn't that be kind of cool? Element body must be wrapped in braces. Wait, what? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is an AST. I don't want the AST. Like, I do, but like, okay. Contents. Can I just do it again with contents? So we're just gonna parse it twice right now. Cool. So I guess we should make this an H1. Like a subtitle, I don't know. And then this is just, I guess it's like not even anything, right? Like we just want to like do markdown.html. Like that was almost worse than without any help. That's better. Okay, let's see. There we go. Oh, so that has that. Can I like I don't want the front, like I don't want this in the HTML that I'm rendering. I also don't, let's just add it to do. I don't want to do this at all. To do. Stop using the HTML here and actually parse the AST above to convert to HTML. And then this is AST. Let's call that that. Cool. Okay. And yeah, we're fine with it not being red because we're gonna use it eventually. I just don't want to right now. This has the front matter, but we're gonna get rid of that by just parsing the AST differently, I think. That'll be a whole fun thing in itself, but it should be fine. I'm assuming this is just like a block quote. Yeah, perfect. The other thing I can do is like I could just like try to style things nicely so I don't need too much. But also like Markdown's not that difficult. Like the AST for Markdown should be very doable. So a few things that I want to do is I want to make that resolve, the non-Markdown resolve, because if we do that, then we might be relatively close to getting that tool to work. So that'd be pretty cool. Be able to parse the Markdown into HTML and extract from the front matter. This does do 2 rendering-ish, 2 parsing passes. Passes on the raw input, but we can switch that eventually to do to walk the AST and produce HTML on our own. Hells yeah. Okay. Extensions. So the easy answer here is to do something like this, I think. Let path equal, yeah. If path dot, let's make this mutable, I think. Let path dot file, yeah, if the file is none, then we add, yeah, perfect. Oh, okay. A public function file exists. Yep. And so this can now call if file exists, if it not exist, then we change it. Make a new string. This then wants to be path. Cool. We still auto refreshing? Nope. How is it going, chat? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Hells to the yeah, and if we don't... Oh, wait. There we go. Yep, we got a 404. We don't do the MD. It still renders. If I do a slash at the end... No, okay. That's fine. Well, I can just do this. Like, this is mutable now. And then... No. Key dot... remove suffix? Like, suffix? Strip suffix. And the suffix I want to strip is just a slash. To strip suffix... to do returns a string slice with the suffix removed. Yeah. Unwrap or the thing. Expected string found that wow, love this. Okay, so now we just try to strip the suffix off and hope it works. It works. Works that way too. Perfect. Got that routed nicely. Oh, okay. I forgot though, that doesn't do the full thing because this is just in posts, and we're gonna need something different for the others. Something else I realized is I think there might be a different way to do this that might be better. Like right now we're just doing a wildcard route and then parsing things manually. I think eventually, and let's write this down, to do eventually, I think we can move away from the wildcard route and instead use the constness of blogger to set up all the routes on server boot. The staticness. That way we can route, we can use static routes to route the different hosts. And avoid the wildcard. This might make it easier to do something like generate a sitemap from routing. I'm not even sure that's a thing that we're gonna do. Attributes on expressions. Oh, none of these want. This didn't want to be. There we go. Just a normal comment. Didn't want to be a fancy doc comment. Okay, so that's looking really good. I don't want this to just return a markup though. So let's just make this a response. Oh no, we want it to be a result of a markup and status code or something. Axum status code. Status code, right? Yeah. That was, well, wait, not invalid status code. It's like close though. I just wanted that. I was told that exists. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this then returns an error of status code not found. Perfect. This returns an okay of our HTML. Instead of this kind of 404, I should just get an actual 404 from the browser. And there we go. Yay! Okay. We do 404s correctly. We do these correctly. We strip off the dot markdown successfully. And we can add slash to the end, and the slash at the end works with or without the dot markdown. The dot markdown. There we go. Awesome. Okay. I need to stop quitting. I could just do something different instead. Support with or without the extension. Without the MD extension. And what else did we do here? And oh yeah, work with a trailing slash. Okay. And another thing that I do want to do, but maybe I'm not going to do right now. I'm not positive if I'm going to do right now. Oh, that's another thing that I didn't think to do. I think I also want to strip off. And actually, maybe I just want to do this. Maybe I don't want this path exists thing. Maybe I just want to like keep doing these. So you strip off a slash, and then you just get rid of a markdown.md, an index.md, and then you're just gonna strip a dot markdown. That might work the same. And be just slightly easier to do. We just try stripping things. Because I do just want one canonical that doesn't have any of that. Oh wait, no I don't. I want it to have that. Yeah, so I always want the markdown. So I like get rid of the markdown and always to add it back. Nice. 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 Okay, and then another one that I should check is like ported blog to Gatsby. It should just be ported blog to Gatsby 404. Post ported blog to Gatsby / index.md. Oh, yeah, because we can't strip off index if we're not going to add index back. That doesn't work. Okay. So if the file doesn't exist, try with MD. If this file still doesn't exist, try with /e/ index. Okay, so we're gonna try some things now. There we go. Well, that one was supposed to work. That still works. Okay, that with a / still works. Okay, there we go. I don't think that MD will work, but that's fine. That's not a valid way to hit that one. Okay, that works pretty well. Okay, so none of the GIFs are gonna work, like none of the images. Like, where are you referring to? Preloading example GIF. Oh, okay, cool. It's just like I just have something called preloading GIF in the same directory there. Nice. Okay. Nice. That's pretty nice. Ooh, all posts are UTF-8. Ooh, what's not UTF-8? That's a fun one. I wonder what threw that. Log 61. It's not really going to tell me anything. It's just going to tell me that something wasn't UTF-8. I wonder what it was. Yeah, like I wonder what it was trying to render. That's interesting. Yeah, okay, so I think we're going to want to do something different eventually. I don't actually like doing this at post render time. I want to like get a list of posts statically, which I should be able to do. Maybe not perfectly statically, but at least like at the very beginning of the server. Yeah, I do like that better. I think we'll do some pre-processing when the server boots. It'll like take all the files that are already like included in it, right? It'll create Rust structs, like, you know, we'll probably have like a blog index struct or something that like has a hash map of name, the thing, whatever. That can probably handle the routing, right? Like route this and then they all go to this path. So like some of this logic can probably move there in the future. And yeah. I'm happy with it. Like I don't love exactly all of the code we wrote today. It's okay. I like it in general a lot. Make the blog posts with an index.md work too. And then once I do this, that refactor that I was talking about to know about things statically, I think that'll also make the redirects better, because I do really like, especially when I'm doing it this way, when I'm doing it just in time, I like this being under posts and not at the top level, but I want ported blog to Gatsby from the old site to redirect to the new one with posts, so I am going to have to do that eventually. I also have thought about doing like a, like, I could just throw like a V1 or something here, just as like a placeholder. So like then I can just always keep the V1 with these things, and then have a V2 that I can play with the directory structure of without breaking redirects. I don't know. I kind of like the idea. I don't think it's super necessary, right? But it is nifty. It does make it harder to say things though. I'd want redirects from everything to the current version, and then I'd still have links to the not current version one, because those are the permalinks I'd like to use. So does it really help? No. No, it doesn't. I still wouldn't be able to break the top level one where the permalinks are. So it wouldn't really matter if those redirect. Yeah, okay. Nope, V1. V1 it ain't. We're just gonna stick with this. I think it can't be found. Yeah, because I brought the server now. Let's get this pushed up. I think it's taking a little longer to push because of all like the images and stuff the blog has. At least I kind of imagine that's what took it a second. Okay. Oh, we have a failing. What failed here? Deploy to fly. Oh, it's just. Oh, failed to build image. Failed to load manifest for workspace member. Yeah. Forgot about that. Oh, wait, I think I know a perfect tool for that. Isn't that what cargo chef is for? I think it is. Almost primary usage is to build up container builds before running the actual source code. It's copied. Yeah, so like how do I do? Leveraged in a Docker file. Yes. Something like this. Okay, so our Docker file. Okay, so right now we do some stuff in Builder from Chef as Planner. Copy things to the Planner from Chef as Builder. Oh, okay, so I just want like this. Latest Rust 1 Chef Worker. That from Chef as Planner. Copy everything over. Cargo Chef Prepare. Recipe path recipe from Chef as Builder. Same worker, same user. Might need these up top. I don't know actually about that one. Let's try that. Get Tailwind. These things I'm not gonna need. The whole point is that I should be able to just do that. From there we go. From the builder, we copy over the file. And then this is where we would cook it. This is the caching Docker layer. Okay, I kind of didn't think I had the Docker open. And so then we're gonna wait hopefully not 5 full minutes, but just a few minutes for the Docker daemon to spin up. There we go. Okay. Will this build? So we'll pull in Cargo Chef. We're doing some of the extra install stuff that I needed. We'll just see. This might fail on not having the correct dependencies. We shall see. Obviously gonna take a bit longer. Well, not longer than general, just we have to do without a cache, which, like, I guess I probably wasn't gonna have anyways for the old style. So Cargo Chef is basically just taking care of what I was doing manually before. So what it's doing is, since we have a workspace, it's gonna set up like a fake crate for each of them so that we can install dependencies before we actually copy in my code. And by doing that, we can speed up things a lot. One thing I'm actually confused about is, I guess it's because of doing the different froms, how the planner, that doesn't have issues, but I guess if the file that it creates is the same, it doesn't matter, which would be pretty cool. That would be a pretty nifty thing for Docker from file grabs to do. Yeah, protobuf failed. Cool. Okay, so that's in the cook. Okay, let's try this again. Oh wait, what's... Oh, okay, it just didn't break fast enough. Yeah, so by putting things in different things, they actually kind of can run in parallel, which is really interesting. Oh, hey, Tobs on Twitch. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping and saying hi. I appreciate it very much. Totally understand not being around to hang out, but we're actually probably wrapping up here relatively soon anyway, so don't feel too bad. We're just getting a Docker deploy all nice and wrapped up before we are done. So we're using a new tool called Cargo Chef, which is this right here. And what it does is it helps do some caching in Docker files better. And so we are wiring that up here as we finish upstream for the day. Today we got working where, as a continuation from last week where you joined, we have it working where we can like read some blog posts and actually render them. They're not very pretty yet because they're just raw markdown rendered on a page, but hey, one step at a time. So I like the progress for today. We gotta play with some routing a little bit. We're still keeping everything in the Rust binary, so all of the blog content is like compiled into the binary with it, which might change eventually, but I kind of really like it. Makes deployments pretty easy. But don't let me talking keep you around. If you are heading out, feel free to do that. I'm just chatting while I wait for these builds and compiles to run. Okay. And there we go. Awesome. I just wanted to see it render again. This is actually probably one of my older posts on my current blog. This is when I ported my blog to Gatsby. We'll do another one of these here for when I ported my blog to Rust. Gotta say, I love how Rust builds look. Yeah, right? They look really nice. Like, you got some good progress going. Well, now I have all my warnings. Those weren't nice. But the compiles do look nice. They've got some nice output. I've got compiles in 2 tabs, one running through Docker and one without of it. So we get all of the beautiful output. But yeah, so here is what we finished up today. All of these are obviously not exciting, but we did some nice routing. It's hard to see because it's so small, and that didn't make it bigger at all, of course. But like the raw name, which is what I'm using right now, works. The index.md version works, and I think even just index without the .markdown will work. So that was fun. We got some nice routing worked out today. I am getting an issue about UTF-8 that I will need to look at, but not a today problem. We are, I think, making better progress here than before. It does seem like we are actually compiling stuff better. Though it does look like sitemap checker is being compiled here, which isn't bad at all. But it doesn't need to be compiled. Like, it's not used here, and it does have more dependencies. So, wondering if that's something we actually want to change up. Ooh, it failed. Ooh, yeah, what am I using Docker for? That's a great question. So I'm using Docker basically just for deployments. So I am using fly.io as my, where my servers go, how I'm deploying stuff. So fly.io uses Docker and Docker files to, like, set up all my deployment. So basically what the Docker file does in general is it builds my Rust code, and then at the end of the day, oh man, there's a lot of complicated stuff, but at the end of the day, it just runs the server. I do have some other stuff in my infra here that the Docker file handles. So this is some of the caching stuff that I just mentioned. Basically, when I redeploy, I want redeploys to be fast, so we want to not have to recompile all of my dependencies every time. This is taking some cool tricks in Docker using Docker Chef. That's the tool I was mentioning, to not have to recompile every dependency every time if I just changed something in my source code. And then we're doing some Tailwind. This is the styles that we're using. That's actually what just failed here. We need to figure that out. But what we are doing here is compiling Tailwind and getting our styles, and then we build the site with the styles and serve the site at the end. And then this here is for getting the database backed up to S3. We're using a tool called Lightstream to back up the SQLite database to S3, so it's continuously backed up. So yeah, the Docker file is just kind of, I think of it as like a script to set up the application and get it ready to serve. And so we're using the Docker file for deployments. This Docker file is what is actually going to live in production and get deployed on fly.io. Hopefully that made a bit of sense. If you have more specific questions, feel free to let me know, either now or in Discord later. I like Docker a lot. I like Docker files a lot, and I like containers a lot. And so I like the technologies. I don't actually... I like things that like operate on top of Docker containers and stuff. So like I said, fly.io is where I'm deploying to, and I'm, building Docker, I'm doing Docker build. But what's kind of cool is when they go to actually run this Docker container, is they're going to change it. They're going to use Firecracker is the name of the thing, and they actually run it as a virtual machine instead of a container. And that gives it just a slight bit of extra, like, protection and like keeping things separate. Like if you run two containers, there's like more overlap that can happen than if you're running two VMs. But I'm on tangents. That's just talking about Docker and how Fly uses it. And I kind of like that style. And there we go. I just wanted to see that I could actually compile locally, and I can. So now we will just go and push up a commit here. Fix Docker file to use cargo chef. Since we have multiple workspace packages, now it helps save us some config. Okay, there we go. Got that pushed. And let's see. Yes, I know that failed on you last time you tried to deploy. Let's get this blog MVP. And let's just add the date to this. January, February, March, April. So 4. It is the 5th of 2023. Oh no, actually, I am showing my American by writing my date like that. So let's rewrite it to ISO 8601. There we go. Okay. I am gonna let tests pass here because I just don't think it'll take too long. If it does and I get impatient, we will stop doing that. Oh, it is doing a clean build. It could take a few minutes. And it's not gonna test the Docker stuff, which of course is what I like kind of would want to see. So maybe we'll just let it go. I'm pretty confident in it, and it's like fine. It's the beta site. It's not even the live one yet. It would be pretty okay if things failed. And I can be pretty sure they're not gonna fail because Cargo Test works. It runs all of my 0 tests. So I think we're pretty good there. Yeah, we're doing it. I just didn't want to wait. We merged it. We merged it. Okay, well this is gonna go ahead and start building in a bit. I think it will, you know, run tests first before it starts deploying. And I think that's where we're gonna wrap up here today. Thank you team for coming along and hanging out with me. I'm excited. We got the, well, we're not gonna be able to see it on the live site yet, but we got blog posts rendering. We had a really fun chat about licenses at the beginning. Ended up deciding that I'm just gonna throw all of my blogs along with the code in MIT, or I think it's actually not MIT, it's the other one, Apache 2. Just license them all like that. I was gonna license the blogs differently than the code. Couldn't really come up with a good reason to why, so I changed my mind. But now we got them rendering. And the next step is, like, you know, we need some of their assets to render. This needs some styling. The URLs aren't the same because I added posts in here, but we're making progress little by little. We are getting set up. So yeah, I will wrap up here. Let me do some little outro stuff. I actually wanted to pull up my GitHub profile here. That still didn't bring me to the right spot. Here we go. Here's my GitHub profile if you're trying to find me on the internets, github.com/coreyja. And you can find a link here to my Discord channel where you can come hang out and ask me questions and all kinds of stuff like that. Also has links to my Fediverse and blog and Twitch and YouTube, so you can find me all over the place. And I am on GitHub sponsors if that is of interest to you. Check it out at the bottom of my GitHub profile here, and I would really appreciate it. And with that, I think I will almost head out, except I remembered one more thing. And this is thanks to you, Tobbs. Thanks for reminding me that I needed to do this in general more. We're not going to head out. Well, we are. But instead of just leaving, what we're going to do is we are going to find someone to go, what's the word? Raid. Raid, that's the word. What'd you say, Tobbs? I'm new to Docker stuff, so I was just wondering what was going on. Yeah, so like, I think of the Docker script, or the Docker file, as a script to figure out how to like configure the app and get it ready to serve in production. And then yeah, you know, after that, you know, just letting it run, and how Fly deploys it and everything. So let's look at this. Let's actually start. I want to start with software game development. There we go. Now let's search for Rust. And let's see. This has got a pretty popular Rust channel. We've got Rust going on over here. Code help and advice. And let's check out this one real quick. We'll see where we want to stop in.
Ainda não registrei domínio, não registrei nada.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Eu tenho uma ideia, tá ligado? Quando o cara
I think we're gonna do an English speaking one just because that's the language I speak best.
I don't know what that even means.
Nice. This will work.
Would this with machine learning be easier to do?
Strager. Okay, so now I need to pull up this again and remember raid channel. There we go. And we're gonna go start a raid on Strager here. They've got a much bigger channel, and so we'll go head out over there. And thank you again, everyone, for hanging out with me. And I hope to see you next time. I will be back streaming on Sunday at noon for Battlesnake stuff, and next Wednesday again for maybe more personal blog stuff. So hope to see everyone around, and let's go do this raid. Thanks. Bye.